Oye, spread your wings, Rico!
So, this should be fun. For the record, by the way. So what happened is OBS crashed. Now, what's happening is a GPU issue, but it's mostly related to OBS itself, because there's a fix for it, but OBS doesn't support Windows 7 anymore, which really should probably say everything I need to say here. Call that another of the reasons I'm going to finally just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off, if I could ever get a hold of the goddamn parts to do so. And I'd like to give you guys money, really, EVGA and AMD, but you're making it difficult to do so. For some reason. So anyway, Sheldon named our ship the Thunder Barge.
The boat's ready.
Si. And not a moment too soon. The Black Hand are setting up patrols all along the Rio and I.
They're putting the pieces together. We're running out of time. Get airborne. When we reach Zona 2, I'll disable the cord that's controlling the storm. As soon as this one clears...
I'll fly in and use the core to access the Yapa network, bringing down the defense node.
Bueno, Sheldon, go with me. What do we know about the Lightning Core's defenses?
Aside from lightning, there's some shielding held in place by magnetic locks, but we'll take care of the locks once we get in there.
And we gave you that extra firepower you asked for. Could be useful.
50 cal, mortar, anything else?
You'll see. Meet you there.
You ready?
Just like old times, amigo.
Not only that, Mr. Red, they're incremental in design, which means no matter which one you pick up first, it's always the first one. And no matter which one you pick up second, it's always the second one. If you understand. So if you pick up the fifth one first, you always get the first one, and you never have to pick up the fifth one again, because the fifth one's already grabbed. More good design.
Think these boats really gonna protect us from the lightning?
Speaking of which, did I already write down weather effects? Weather... question mark.
Absolutely. Why else would I have volunteered to sit at the highest point of the vessel with my hands wrapped around a giant piece of metal?
He's got a point. Hello, Eseros. And let me just steal Alex Korbiniki's velvet cake. There we go. Okay, fine. I give up. Let's just run into the mine. Screw it. No, I just explained it's a log. No an issue, Windows 10, yada yada yada.
You brought the giant key, right, kid? You're gonna have to kill the power to the locks on those floors.
Watch the boat.
That is exactly what I mean, Mr. Red. Like I said, it's incremental design. It means it doesn't matter the order in which you pick up the physical items, because the order in which you'll get the actual items will always be the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if you get them in 8, 7, 6, 5, 17. For many reasons, it's generally considered good design in a lot of games. If you ever played LTTP Rando, you actually know this concept. Because it doesn't matter which sword you pick up first, it's always going to be your first sword, right? Alright, Blue One said hello, let's see if we crash again.
That's one generator down.
Blow up the other one, and we'll get out of here.
Hello, Guido for Life. Yeah, I'm not impressed with this game. It's probably the most enjoyable bad game I've played lately, but this is a bad game. It does a lot of things wrong.
Looks like that did it. Full steam ahead.
I've actually recommended it to my friend on what we call Super Sale, which is like $5 or $10. And that's about how much I think this game is worth. Moving up.
You hear that? The falls are coming up.
You nervous, Sheldon?
Yeah, a little. But that's what makes it fun, though. Holy hell! We made it!
What? No, we didn't. But it's okay, because we can steer on land in ships in this game. I'm not even complaining about that. That's awesome. Earlier I was drifting on land. I hope that's in the highlight reel. Because I was drifting on land in a boat. In a frigate, actually. So, define stadium districts, Gum Gum.
Listen up. We figured out a way to connect the ion coil to the Thunder Barge's mortar. We? It was my idea. Mira just did the grunt work of hooking everything up.
So how's it work?
Hell if I know. Positivity streams or something.
Mira,
Your ion coil absorbs the lightning. When it's charged, whatever you hit, lightning strikes.
I call it Thunder Gun.
you're on a roll, Sheldon.
So you see how boring this water is? This is part of what I mean by how the graphics are demonstrably, objectively worse than Just Cause 3. If you've seen Just Cause 3, you know what the water looks like in that game. But if you haven't, all I will say is that it looks like water. This is a repeating pattern on a flat surface. This is not water design. This is bad, to put it bluntly. The grass is like that. The terrain is like that. The tessellation or whatever with the mutating terrain, whatever that's called, that's like that. And the water's like that. That's part of why I say that this game is demonstrably worse looking than Just Cause 3. Now, I've been debating it. I don't think I'm going to give a negative for the graphics in this game, even though they're worse, because it's more like they're just not good. I think I talked about this before, but I've codified my opinion on this. I think the graphics in this game are simply going to be an absence of a positive rather than a presence of a negative. To use another example, Just Cause 3 will almost guaranteed get positives for beautiful terrain, interesting water effects, good animation on the people, you know, all the stuff that this game is not going to get.
Full throttle, Rico. We need speed to get over that wall.
Yeah, that's totally happening. A little too close. A little too close. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Bring down the lightning rods protecting Zona 2. It's our best shot to neutralize the core.
Get him from here? I'll laugh if I can. Probably not. Like, you'd think I should be able to destroy those from here with a mortar shell, but no. No. Okay. That is sad, S.A. Ross. But yeah, it's very likely this is going to be a net negative game. That's sad. So, Guido for life. Nobody answered Guido's question. Guido, if you just pick a command, do it right now. Just pick a command that you think pulls up the document. And whatever that command is, it probably is. We're up to, I think, 38 commands right now that all do that exact same thing. And if you pick something that's not it, there you go. See, let's say we have lots of commands, so anyone can hit whatever just immediately jumps into their mind in order to pull up that document.
Take out the power cells on each side.
Just OBS crashed, Zach Taft. That's all. Now, if you do a meme thing like Alex, well, then you get stabbed. Can I get some stabs on Alex, please? Thank you.
Took out another rock.
Lightning.
All right, kid. All that's left is to take out the mag locks holding the core shield in place. Well, that's sure doing something.
I mean, he's kind of a Bond villain. I don't know if you caught that. I want to see if I can hit these with the mortar.
Here we go.
I mean, you missed the, You can! Holy crap.
On its last legs.
You missed the tornado machine and the sandstorm machine, so, you know.
Route lightning power to the border. Get back to the boat. You can do the honors.
Mira, they're up.
I'm inbound. I need a team to secure the lightning core.
And she'll be able to take out that defense node from there.
She's good.
Let's leave her to it then. I got something to show you. Okay, yeah.
What is this, Sheldon?
Well, when I was researching Solis and your father's situation, I heard about an old agency outpost used to be near here.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
Well, I didn't want to get your hopes up, but thought we might find something out about your old man. This was his project, after all. Let's see here. Are you...
This place has been here a while.
At least 30 years, I'd reckon.
A surveillance outpost.
This must have been where they kept tabs on the Ayapa project. Espinosa, your dad, and the weather technology.
How long has the agency known about these?
Here. This looks like a good place to start. Well, hey, still works.
The Yapa project.
This is interesting.
What did you find?
Surveillance footage. Your dad's name is in the file. Miguel Rodriguez.
Play it.
Do you
have any idea what I sacrificed for Project IAPA?
Miguel.
No, I refuse to play part in this any longer. Good luck finishing IAPA without me or my work.
If Miguel Rodriguez is allowed to leave this project, he'll be a serious liability.
If we were to take care of that liability now, Lanza Morales' work on Zona Uno would suffer. No. Let Miguel leave. Let Lanza hear that he reunited with his family.
Then what?
I have Black Hand in Medici under the command of Sebastiano di Ravello, who, last I checked, is in the agency's pocket.
I need to speak to General di Ravello.
Thank you for your contribution to Project IAPA, Miguel.
Rico, I had no idea. You gotta believe me.
It never made any sense why Di Ravello killed my parents. It was the agency and Espinosa using that idiot dictator's crew as a cover. How could you not know anything about this?
I didn't know anything about Project IAPA or your parents or any of this back then. I was brand new at the agency. This sort of thing was way above my pay grade. I only had orders to save you. I'll tell you this, kid. You and me, we're gonna end Oscar Espinosa and take out Project IAPA together. I knew the agency was dirty, but... Look, why don't you head topside, get some fresh air. I'll keep snooping around here, okay?
You let me know if you find anything else.
Good night, Vigilant. Feel better. You know, this should have some dramatic impact because this is a major character reveal and a huge plot point. And I bet you guys are just like, what?
Status.
Patched in and ready to go. You?
Nothing to report.
Everything okay? You sound...
Bring it down.
okay.
In case you guys missed that, Rico's parents were murdered in a brutal dictatorship cover-up. He was rescued from that by a man from an organization called the Agency. That man's name is Sheldon, the guy we were just talking to. That's pretty much the premise for Just Cause 1, and led into Just Cause 2. Just Cause 3 was when he went back to Medici, his home, where Nico's from, or at least where Nico was supposed to be from until they retconned that. And where Nico's parents were killed by Di Ravello, who was the villain of Just Cause 3 and also is an excellent, excellent villain. So we just find out that random guy, who so far has had a grand total of 2 scenes in this entire game, is the guy who was actually behind that. What did I say, Mr. Red? It was random guy. I honestly don't remember his name. The villain of this game was apparently behind the whole thing along with the agency. Now, random guy is stupid, but the fact that the agency... Oh, I said Nico, right? Yeah, I meant Rico. The fact that random guy is the villain is whatever, but the fact that the agency was specifically behind his death, his parents' death, that should be this big, huge reveal. That should be like, you know, Luke, I'm your father levels of reveal. Well, maybe not that high. Maybe not that high. But, you know, that's a big deal. And that was the scene we just saw. This is why there's so many... There's those story negatives. And honestly, I'm thinking I might have to actually just add another one. Just do a question mark there. Oh, whatever. Conquer, conquer. This island is mine. I mean ours. Definitely not just mine. So let's go beat the game. Any story positives? No. No, no, no. Everything, Alex. And I know that sounds facetious, but I don't mean it as such. You should have seen this. The cutscene right at the beginning of the game is one of the worst. Is so far the worst cutscene in the entire game. And I can't describe it in summary because it is more or less literally everything is wrong with it. And we've been having that problem the whole game for the major story cutscenes, is they're just bad. They're badly storyboarded. They're bad dialogue. They don't use the camera properly. They don't use the music properly. The animation isn't matching up things. The voice acting doesn't line up with things. The storyboarding doesn't follow any level of internal continuity. The tone is all over the place. They don't actually know where they want to go with some things. You can feel the general direction, but it's not actually approaching it, etc., 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 etc. 100%. Would you guys stop blowing up just because I'm nearby? Just top to bottom bad. In fact, I'm tempted to give that... You know what? I think I am going to give that a negative by itself. Let's do it. Let's do it. I give positives for single cutscenes. I'm going to be negative for single cutscenes. I'm not going to try to be fair. I'm going to try to be fair. Sorry, I'm not going to try to be gentle. I'm going to try to be fair. There we go. Exactly, Gum Gum. Let's go ahead and punch Gum Gum really quick. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, you ever hear the phrase, there's no reason to play this because because there's an earlier version of the game? Right? There's no reason to play Fallout 2 if you already have Fallout 1. There's no reason to play, you get the idea. I've heard that before and I've always hated that. But every now and again, in fact, I can think of 2 examples off the top of my head. Every now and again, there's an actual example of that. There's Sims 3, or excuse me, Sims 4. Sims 4. There's no reason to play Sims 4 if you have Sims 3. And there's no reason to play this if you have Just Cause 3. Who's Hank? Okay. Alright, I gotta type this up. Give me a second to think about this. No, Alex. See, the thing is, this game has physics, but the physics is like a bubble around us. And it's a very small bubble. So as we're moving around, this is the area where the physics engine is actually affecting things. So as we head into an area, physics starts affecting the terrain in there. And there's a lot of things that are explosive in this game by design. It's part of the game's thing. So if you roam your way into an area, and the physics starts triggering, sometimes, because this game is very unpolished, certain objects are like this. I don't know if you can even tell. Like they're just an inch off the ground. Which means once the physics starts in, they bounce a little bit. You know, they fall, and that can cause... And that's been happening the whole game, by the way. The entire game, we've just been roaming into area and things explode because we're there, because physics is happening now. What'd they do with it, Zillow? Or who is it, I guess I should say. Is it someone from the second 2D one? The second 8-bit one? I have no idea, Gum Gum. So, in the interest of fairness, negative to that first scene, negative to the scene we just saw. Moving on.
Massive energy spikes in the Project Illapa installation.
Yes, it's called Broforce. Okay.
That can't be good.
I suspect our lizard man is returning to the mothership. But it was a joke.
Yeah, it's called timing, Persero. Actually, he might be onto something. If there was a launch, that would explain the energy spike.
The data we recovered from the tornado core. Espinosa was developing another more advanced mobile weapon. What if it's not under construction? What if it's completed?
That was always Oscar's goal, to combine the technology of all 3 sites.
A weapon that can create any kind of storm, anywhere.
Except for a blizzard.
Final form.
Whatever it is, we should probably stop it before it launches.
We can't do anything until we deal with the Blizzard Core protecting Project Diapa.
So... what's the play, kid?
God, these cutscenes are terrible. There's no energy. There's no charisma. There's no tension. I'm sorry.
Lanza, you're in the train. I need you to transport the Storm Chaser to the station at the base of Project Diapa.
Si.
Cesar, you and I will take the Storm Chaser into the heart of the Blizzard. Then you'll use its equipment to try and find the Blizzard Core. Once you find it, I take it out.
I'll drive.
No.
Okay.
Once the Blizzard Core is down, we launch the attack. Sargento, you will lead the ground forces. We're taking the tower.
You can count on me, Rico.
Sheldon, can you fly a helicopter without crashing it?
Watch it, kid.
You're flying the command chopper.
Air Sheldon flies again.
Just get Mira to a good vantage point. Mira, you have the army. Once we've taken the tower, I need you to shut that launch down. We can't let that final core leave this mountain.
That will be tricky. Feel like a chopper ride?
Could be fun.
Project Diapa ends today.
Hope you're liking this cutscene, because this is the build-up to the final battle cutscene. You probably couldn't tell because of the total lack of any kind of chemistry, tension, drama, impact, anything good whatsoever.
That would result in unacceptable collateral damage to our Black Hand forces.
Hey, it's his third cutscene.
But there is a heavily armed rabble at my front door.
I can hold the mountain!
You have lost every other research facility. The people of Solis are in open revolt for the first time in 500 years. Rodriguez's army of chaos controls the majority of the island. Project Iapa was the culmination of the Espinosa legacy. A priceless technology that could rebuild our family's fortune. The Storm Core is all that matters now. Do your best. If it is not enough, I will be forced to do my worst.
Yeah, that's the big villain. And again, this is the third cutscene he's been in. If we count the little video file we saw, he's up to 4.
Sargento, roll call.
Everybody, report in. Command chopper's ready.
We got your back, kid.
This is Cesar. Storm Chaser standing by.
Lanza here. Snow Stinger is headed to Iapa.
Look sharp, people. This is Espinosa's last stand. He's not giving up without a fight. Neither are we. He will not launch that core.
My readings show Iapa's Blizzard Core approaching max output.
Air units, hang back until Rico gets that storm in hand.
That was an ally I just threw out there.
Weapons at the ready, people.
Theo, why are you slowing down?
They've got power to the track. I'm stuck.
Not for long. Sheldon, on me.
I'm with you, kid. Let's light them up.
What are we doing? Oh, okay. That is a sturdy helicopter. That has taken like 7 direct shots now. Okay, got it. Scripted helicopter.
Rico, I've got 2 breakers down there.
Of course you do. Oh, that's an ally helicopter. Well, this is the final mission of the entire game, so I hope you enjoy. Yes, that's right. Switching more breakers. Oh my god, guys. I wish I was joking. Like, this is probably just the lead up to the final fight, but still. Loading, I guess. I thought that was a crash for a second. Another crash.
Godspeed, Rico.
Cesar.
Standing by, Rico.
Yeah, hang on. Can I get a gun really quick, please?
See? Dropping supplies now.
Sorry. Knocking out my own plane there. Okay.
Let's go. What the?
I added heated seats. Nice, huh?
Thanks, Caesar.
Let's roll.
Oh my god, this thing handles like a stuck pig! I'm sorry, Alex, I'll do my best. We are now slowly making our way up the mountain in order to defeat the final boss fight. Now, this is a major culmination of multiple games worth of build-up, so I hope you appreciate that. Okay, we're done. Do I think this game qualifies for Lamentation status? No, absolutely not. It's not even close.
We don't know how close Espinosa is to launching his mobile core. You need to shut that blizzard down. Suerte.
So here we go. We have a blizzard now, at least. Let me guess. A blizzard is just a lightning storm plus a sandstorm.
We've got the ion coil. Focus on finding me that blizzard core.
We're still too far out.
Yeah, I mean, there are still fun parts of this game, and I have still enjoyed parts of this game. And that by itself means this is not Lamentation status.
It's not funny, Rico. Inside, behind those doors. We gotta find a way in.
I'll take care of it. Easy.
Yeah, Anthem, that was a Lamentation.
Giving you my best guess.
That's good enough for me.
Let's park this safely over here. Well, I don't always succeed at that one, Blue Wind. Of course, you haven't seen the Season 7 Lamentations yet. Or the TOS or Enterprise Lamentations. Remember this? This is the generator mechanic that we've seen before, also known as my personal least favorite mechanic in the entire game. So now we do it with low visibility. And you can't move quickly. While we're on the subject. I don't remember what I said in the Cone of Honor one. That was recorded an extremely long time ago. Although that is still probably the second worst episode of Star Trek ever, so, you know. Grain of salt. This is my favorite thing to do. Hunting for specific things in a blizzard when I already have trouble finding those things. Worst episode of Star Trek ever? Threshold. Probably. It's still way down there. Way, way, way down there. Whoop, I just got hit by lightning. Threshold... Most of Voyager was done under Brett Berman, if that's what you mean. And by most, I mean all of Voyager. He was the executive producer. It was written by Brannon Braga. I don't remember who else worked on it. Oh my god. Guys, do you see anything? Go away! Do you see anything here, guys? If this is it, I'm gonna laugh. Are you done wasting my time? You're dead! Best episode from Voyager? I don't know. I never thought about it. I'd have to go back through them.
Found one.
Come on.
One generator left.
Yeah, exactly, Kay. It's the same gameplay you've hated this whole game, but now it's slower and dumber. With generic music playing. That's how you know it's the finale, because we're hearing the same generic 80s beat.
Here it is. Cesar, the door's open.
See, looks like it. And I've got a reading on the core. Head inside.
Yeah, give me a sec. I gotta kill some helicopters. Gonna squeeze what minuscule amount of fun out of this I can. There we go. Oh crap, I was right next to the shock thing. I shouldn't have been hit by that. Ah, whatever. Get in. Listen, Blowin, don't think about the fact that in order to turn on a factory, we had to destroy its reactors and generators. Don't think about it.
I'm in.
Listo, just follow the core.
Ignore the fact that we just got hit by lightning while inside.
The blizzard core is buried deep beneath the mountain.
Can't go any further.
There's no other way, Rico. The elevator's in the next room. You must find a way through.
Every door's got a handle.
Ignore the fact that we're still getting hit by lightning. Despite being under many, many feet of concrete right now. I love how I have bad visibility here. For no reason, we're indoors right now, but I just have bad visibility in here, because there's a weather effect right now, so obviously there should be bad visibility indoors. Why would I code differently for indoors and outdoors? What is wrong with you?
Maybe this console? Right, he's open.
This is probably getting a gameplay negative, by the way. Ignoring the fact that it's a dumb mission, you guys know I'm always more harsh on the intro and the outro. And this is not a good outro.
Deactivating the left lock.
Oh! Look at that! We're indoors! Oh my god. So there's my vehicle. Right here is my vehicle. You saw it get hit by lightning just now. I'm gonna just go forward without it. See if we can hit the next trigger. Yeah, final exam game design is what you're talking about, Mr. Red. I don't know the proper term for it, but that's what I've always thought of it as. I get the concept from the Mega Mans, because the Dr. Wily stages are always the final exam of the previous 8. At least they're supposed to be.
Cesar, I'm on the elevator heading down.
Wow.
What is it?
You're about to peek behind the curtain. I wish I was there with you.
Pull back, Cesar. I can take it from here.
You could be here if you weren't invisible right now. Oftentimes, what they'll do is they'll combine existing gameplay mechanics.
Bien. Before you plug in the virus, you'll need to disable the force stabilizers on the core shielding.
Yeah. Duh. It's a video game. I played video games before. Thanks, Mara. You can combine mechanics to add new, what is effectively new mechanics. You can come up with completely new mechanics and gimmicks. You can vary up the approach of how you present them. So, you know, flame pit that slowly walks away. You have a flame pit and you have a weapon that turns flame into ice. Okay, cool. Well, what if you have an area where you have a flame pit, but it's over nothing? So as you turn it into ice, the ice falls away. So now you don't just need to make the platform. You need to make the platform and then be quick, because it's going to fall seconds after you make the solid platform. It's just simple stuff, right? Nothing fancy. I'm having trouble seeing because of the weather effects in here. I just want to be clear about that. Still, if you don't see it, it's really obvious when I have a, like right there, you see that? I have the blizzard effect still on the camera, despite the fact that I'm indoors. That's also a good one, Alex. A bad game that's a negative score that I don't like but respect? Oh, I don't know. I mean, this is a pretty big room. You might be right, Blue Wind.
Plug the virus into the central controller.
You might be right.
The core will go up in seconds without the stabilizers. So as soon as it's plugged in...
Ride it to the top. Got it. What about you guys? I put all of my viruses on USBs.
He's pushing forward, but we're not going to get there in time to stop the launch.
You remember this place? This is the intro level.
If I cut off the power to the core, will it stop the launch?
It's worth a shot.
Give him hell, Rico. We've lost the target. Stand down for now.
Like this is just the intro area. We haven't even gotten new gimmicks. We just have the same stuff we've always had.
There are turbines inside that relay power from the superstructure into the core.
Hi, Gary.
Expose them and blow them up.
There it is. Yes, we have created the Army of Chaos. That's not a joke or a meme. That's the name of our organization, the Army of Chaos.
He's contained! Kill him! Kill him!
Contained?
you picture this going, guys? Really? Thank goodness he's in a small area with us. That's so amazing. Wait. I might actually die from... Yep. Okay, I do have to put on my real glasses. It's too dark in here to see with those. Sorry, guys. Didn't even see what was shooting me there.
He's contained! Kill him! Kill him!
Contained? That's...
What? Physics. Remember this? This is the exact same mechanic from all those other missions we already did. This is literally a generic mission so far. You never want your final mission to be just another generic mission. Pro tip.
One down.
There's not even any new enemies here, for God's sakes. Or enemy formations. Or new mechanics. Music. New visuals. Objectives. I'm actually gonna laugh if this is not actually the final mission. And it's just because you said something, Bluewin, so thanks for that.
Next floor, Rico. One turbine left.
You might think, oh, that's unique. No, they did that earlier too.
Target last known position was on site. Stand by.
Sadly, that's also not new. Okay, fine. The lightning thing is just the default thing. All of them do the lightning thing. Even that turret fighting me, that's not new. I'm about to be out of ammo, which is also not a new problem. I'm not sure how to deal with that problem, actually. Oh, there we go. We have more ammo. We're good. Yeah, it's really sad when the only reason I'm using these two guns is because they're the ones the enemies use, so I always have plenty of ammo. They're not actually good guns, but the enemies use them, so... I guess that's valid? No, fire stuff explodes too. That's also already new. Now, you know something's serious if it explodes in a pre-rendered cutscene, okay? That's how you know it's serious. Like the Blizzard Core earlier. Do you mind? Did that not break it? Yeah, sure, I'll pay 20 bucks for new ammo. There we go. Ugh. I think there might be officially too many enemies here, too. But not enough ways to deal with them. You know what? Here's another thing I just realized. And by realized, I mean I actually realized this yesterday, but I'm talking about it now. The biggest problem with this game, it's a shooter. Just Cause should not be a shooter. Just Cause has the grapple, and exploding things, and ridiculous over-the-top weapons, and crazy set pieces. And I'm just running through here shooting everything because that's how you deal with it. Come on. I'm bored. I'm actually bored. It's hard to pay attention when thousands of people are shooting you when you're just so de-invested in what's going on. Okay, let's try to speed this up by going slow. Stay dead. There you go. Oh yeah, the turret keeps hitting me. That's probably what's actually killing me half the time here. And by the turret, I mean the giant, like, artillery shell cannon. Hi, Prometheus. But at this rate, I'm gonna have to stay up late again just to do an rumination. That's even greater. That's exactly what I want to do with my life, is to get less sleep to talk about this game more. No, come back! And Prometheus is gone. Can't defeat my incredible tactics, guys. Yeah, space heaters take a ridiculous amount of juice. I don't know if it's wattage or amperage or whatever, but you know what I mean. Power. And so space heaters will absolutely burn out circuits. It's the same thing with things like microwaves, believe it or not. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There you go. Good boy. Oh, there's another. There is another helicopter walker. Okay, he's dead. Done. Please, can we be done? I've been killing you guys for like 10 minutes and I'm really tired of it. Who is shooting me? Second. Ammo. Lord knows I need it. You know what? I would believe that, Prometheus. That actually does sound kind of legit. Where are the... Oh, God, don't tell me they're spawning. The only thing that could make this worse is if the enemies are spawning. course, the enemy that already has infinite everything would have infinite troops in their final area, right? I hope not Von Falkenstein, because that would be something new. This game doesn't actually have infinite respawns for the most part. I tested that earlier. Looks like we're okay, though.
Turbine is done. That storm core's not going anywhere. Time to pay Oscar Espinosa a visit.
Fuck yeah! Go get him!
Is this it? Is it final boss time? Oh, of course, hang on. I have to follow... So this is the bad scripting I mentioned. I have to actually follow the game's intended path, otherwise it doesn't acknowledge that I'm there. So I have to actually fall for it to register that I'm here. So that I can now go up and go here.
Going in.
This is it. The final battle awaits. Now, Just Cause 3 had a pretty pathetic final battle. It was a helicopter. In fact, it was the exact same helicopter we fought like 20 times before, except it had slightly more health, and that was it. So, this is the last refuge. This is it, Just Cause 4. This is your chance to be a better final boss, to be better in one way than Just Cause 3. Let's do it.
Espinosa, give me everything you've got, you son of a bitch!
Rico Rodriguez, do you have an appointment?
Is that seriously the same generic Colonel guy I've been fighting this entire time?
Have anybody bigger?
One moment, let me see what I can dig up.
Oh, it was bad, Alex. And I liked Just Cause 3 a lot.
This won't end well for you.
It's okay. It's just an ad fight so far. That does make it worse than the generic helicopter.
Rich words from a man who started a civil war, pitting brother against sister.
There you are. Hey, it's a helicopter! Well, I mean, it was.
Nothing stop you, Senor Rodriguez.
Let's find out.
Came to the pocket.
It was a nice office. I'm trying to describe why this music is so generic and I'm failing at it. Does anyone know music to explain why this is so generic?
We're not running out of goons, are you?
There's plenty more goons where those came from.
Hang on, guys. It's the same helicopter that we have access to and have been fighting for, you know, hours.
It's starting to feel futile yet.
I could do this all day.
Thank Cap. Like, there's some trailer movie music and action movie music I really like. This is not on that list.
Buenos dias, Senor Rodriguez. Oh, one moment. Just
need to fire this off real quick. Bien. You now have my complete attention.
sorry I couldn't be there in person. I have an important meeting with your old friends at the agency.
The agency you conspired with to murder my father.
Such a shame.
Your father's brilliant work
Was the foundation on which Project Diapo was built.
And as for you, your army's steady advance gave my scientists just the kick in the pants they needed. Rico
Rodriguez. Always doing the agency's bidding, whether he knows it or not.
So, should I expect a check?
Listen, I have a hard stop in a minute, so I'm going to need to put a bow on this.
I will find you.
No. No, you won't. Everything and everyone on that mountain is about to be decimated by the wrath of a thunder god. Once you're all dead, I'll deliver the storm core to the agency and settle accounts. They are incredibly excited to finally receive delivery of their new toy.
Your toy is going nowhere, Espinosa.
Oh. The core finished charging a minute or two before you cut the power.
It's launching as we speak. Say hello to your father for me, Rico.
Take us down.
Rico! It's launching!
He's going to kill everyone on this mountain. Plugging you to the flight controller, Mira.
Hurry!
We're locked down.
We can't stop the storm.
What is your plan, Rodriguez?
Gabriela?
I'm open to suggestions.
Stand by.
We're in.
I disabled the firewall. I'll not sacrifice the lives of my soldiers for that man's pride.
But can you stop this storm?
Only Espinosa can stop it.
Give Rodriguez the flight controls.
And he can steer the storm core out to sea.
I have a better idea.
I told you I'd find you, Oscar.
Rodriguez, your tenacity is commendable.
Did my father ever tell you the Rodriguez family motto?
It's not something we ever really discussed.
How are they talking?
With a scorpion.
Unless you prepare to get stung.
Wait, we can make a deal!
Deal accepted. Yeah, I think that last thing was the final boss. You know, fighting the generic goons.
You can see why I thought
I think that was the final
It
boss.
was a flying saucer, see or no?
If I told you about the things we didn't finish.
Wait, what? Ay, dígame. Easy, get over here. You have to try this. Hey, I'm a vegetarian, but it's real American barbecue.
Oh, no, son. This isn't real American barbecue. This is grilling. Now, the only real barbecue comes from Central Texas.
True.
Just like me.
God, is this actually it? This is so deflating. This actually does remind me of the Anthem final boss and outro. Legitimately.
Don't fuck with the scorpion?
Something Espinosa said. My father and I have always been pawns in a larger game. Whether we knew it or not.
You think that's true?
He was. Maybe not in Solis.
Well, definitely not in Solis. Destroying Project Diapo? Must cost the agency trillions.
It always comes back to the agency.
That it does.
Let's take them down.
Yeah, kind of called that.
Let's take down the agency.
Son of a bitch.
In Just Cause 5. Which will probably never happen at this point.
I'm in.
I'm with you too, Rico. We're with you.
The end.
Have an army. It's not a bad start. Come on. We'll tell the others in the morning.
Yeah, this game did not do well. Probably because it sucks. I mean, there's some silly fun you can have in it, but the same silly fun can be had in the previous games. And those games have actually good elements to them. So yeah, I told you guys that I was spoiled that this game does end on a to be continued. And I was actually thinking, based on how they were building it up in like those last few missions, there's gonna be, we're gonna go after the agency. So yeah, called it. What went wrong with this game? What happened behind the scenes? Is it different teams? Was it a rush development? Was it lack of support? Was it lack of time? Lack of funding? Differing perspective? Bad management? People quit in mid-project? Like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong. We've analyzed so many games where things have gone wrong. I would love to know what went wrong with this game, because something did. Something went wrong with this game. This is not a good game. There's some silly fun, and that's about the nicest thing I can say about it. And most of the silly fun is bugs. Glitches in the way that the game renders itself. And alt-tabbing is gonna... Yeah, can I skip this? No, of course I can't. So hang on. Gameplay negative. The outro. I don't feel the need to make my point there. Another bog standard mission with nothing new or interesting, generic music, and a fight against the same trash you've been fighting the entire game as the, quote, final boss, unquote. Wow. Story negative. Outro. The outro ends on a terrible to be continued. No. Ends on an unearned to be continued. With just all the issues with the other story cutscenes. All crammed into one. No impact, no emotion, no investment. I better not be gone. I'm here, right? I look like I'm here. Now, what is that, Lee? So right now, as of this exact moment, we're here. And here. That's true, G-Juice. No negative, no final boss is always a negative. I'm kidding, of course. There we go. That should actually be there. No final boss absolutely can be a negative, though. I mean, imagine a Mega Man game where you get to the end of Wily Castle and the game just ends. Think about that. I'm sorry, are these slides looping? Yeah, Wily is just like, I'm done. The end. Roll credits. Oh my god, they're looping. So I want your guys' honest feedback. We're already absolutely giving a negative for that outro. the lack of final boss is part of that. Do you think the lack of final boss should be divvied up into a separate negative? Now, I'm okay with that, because I've said for years that a final boss should be something extra, something special. They should do something for it, because it's the final boss. But that just means I'm more critical about it. That could easily just be part of the outro. Hey, QA department, this game crashed on me 9 times. FYI. Hey, Barnock. That's funny considering you're usually the one trying to come up with new negatives solo for a game. Yeah, they're looping the slides. You know what? No, I'm okay with only giving it the 1 negative. Not because I don't want to give more negatives, because this game absolutely deserves those negatives. It's just, there's not an extra oomph to push it into a separate negative, I don't think. Like, if there was some actual proper build-up and then final boss, then yeah, sure. Or maybe if the final mission was really long and then the final boss was really long. Like, I only fought Trash for, what, 30 seconds? Maybe 40? Imagine if I had spent 5 minutes fighting Trash in his frickin' office. That would be an extra negative, no question. Instead, it was just like, and it's done. Now, that is still disappointing, and that is still bad. But I don't think that's double bad, you know? Well, people put this game on the list before this game came out, Mr. Red, if that answers your question. This is actually, we're still kind of going through some of the games that are on the old queue. Spellforce 3 is one of the part of the old queue. So... Deborah Wilson! I thought I recognized her as Izzy, the hacker lady. Yeah, the fish is like, and there you go, that's the final boss. I'm only letting this run in case there's any kind of post-game, new game plus, something to help salvage this at the last minute. I suppose I should begin my final thoughts, but I kind of already have. This game is a fish that's flopping around, and occasionally, by random chance, it's funny and interesting. And then it just kind of flops out and dies and chokes to death. Slowly and awkwardly while you watch, not sure if you should do anything, as it just sits there choking on the shore. That is Just Cause 4. If you want a mindless run-around simulator, and you've got $5 to spare, sure. That is about as good as it gets. I am astonishingly unimpressed with this game. I'm glad we're already done with it, because I would not want to, you know, be playing this tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day. The fact that this is a 2-day game, and I spent some time off camera playing this too, to push through some of the stages. Oh, there's worse than this, G-Juice, absolutely. This is still a functional game, although it did crash 9 times. There is still fun to be had in this game. 7 positives is nothing to sneeze at. It's just going to be a fairly substantial net negative. This is nowhere near as bad as Anthem. What was Anthem's score? No, I'll do it. Although I have to pause it. Could someone look up the final score, the net score for Anthem, please, so I don't have to pause this? Please. Please. I'd get Dive, but he's behind the green screen right now. No, I do not, Zilok. And I know that sounds strange. Well, maybe? God, I don't know. Because cramming is not a new issue. Even just in game design. Diablo 1 was a crammed game, right? Just to name an example right off the top of my head. You know, so... That was what, mid-90s? Final Fantasy II was a crammed game. Final Fantasy III was a crammed game. That was the NES era. But the reason I kind of started arguing against myself there is in most of those cases, that was usually the developers deciding to cram. Kind of like I do, right? You know, the staff who decided to cram were the people making the game. Artificial cram, external cram, that's awful. And that might be part of what's going on here.
Target is gone.